Hello, my grammar friends. Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to use the present progressive and how to use the simple present in different ways for different reasons. So first of all, we're going to start with the present progressive, and I'm going to show you how the present progressive can be used for a particular situation. That situation is when an action is atypical. That means it's not usual, it's not normal, it's unwanted, and it's repeated. So imagine that something is happening again and again and again, and it's not normal, and you don't want it to happen. Okay? The second thing we're going to talk about is the simple present tense. And we're going to talk about how the simple present tense can be used to talk about normal situations that are expected, that happen all the time, and it's okay that they happen because it's normal, it's usual. So both of these cases take a different form grammatically. So let's take a look at that form. In the examples that I'm going to show you today, you're going to see in this situation we have the subject, and then we have the verb be conjugated for the subject, and then the word always plus verb ing. In this case over here, you're going to see the subject plus always plus the verb in simple present. So let's take a look at a couple examples. So in the first example, I'm just going to read this for you. It says, I'm worried. Oh no, Anne is always sleeping. I called her this morning and she was sleeping. I called her this afternoon and she was sleeping. I called her after dinner and she was sleeping. So this kind of situation is repeating itself. It's not normal. Usually Anne wakes up in the morning and she does her work during the day, or she goes outside and she does a variety of different things, but she's not sleeping during the day. So now when I'm calling her, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, why is she sleeping? That's not normal. So let's take a look at the form here. We have Anne as the subject. Then we have the verb to be conjugated for Anne, so she is. Then we have the word always, and then verb ing. So I'm worried Anne is always sleeping. Now, in this case here, we also have the verb sleep, but we're using it in the simple present to talk about something that is normal. So in this example, it says, he always sleeps with a light on. So we have the subject he, always, plus the verb sleep in the simple present. It's important to add this s here because the subject is third person he. So he always sleeps with a light on. That's normal. Imagine that this is maybe a little boy and he's maybe feeling a little bit afraid of the dark sometimes. So at nighttime, he turns on a little light when he's sleeping. That's normal. For him, it's expected. So in this case here, we're using the simple present. All right, let's take a look at another example. My car is always breaking down. So imagine that you have a car and you drive to school, you drive to work, you drive to go get groceries, and every time you get in the car, you're hearing a noise or you're having some difficulty with the car. So in this case here, my car is always breaking down. That is a repeated thing that has been happening recently. Of course, it's unwanted, and it's probably not a normal thing. But in this case, the speaker is kind of complaining about that situation. So we have the subject, my car, then the verb to be, plus always, and breaking, verb ing. My car's always breaking down. I think I should go get it fixed. Or my car is always breaking down. Maybe I should get a new car. All right, now in this case here, we also have the verb break, but we're using it in the simple present with always. And remember, that's used for when we have something normal or something that is expected. So let's take a look at this. They always break the rules. So here we have the subject they, and we have the word always, and then break in the simple present. So imagine there are some kids at school, maybe some little kids at school, and the teacher gives them certain rules to follow, but these little kids are always breaking the rules. So maybe for that little group of students, that is something that's normal or expected. So the other kids in the class say, oh yeah, those kids, they always break the rules. So here we have the subject plus always plus break. This is the simple present. And that shows us that, okay, that is normal or that is expected. So these are the two ways that we use these different verb tenses to actually express the meaning of complaining about something that is unwanted, repeatedly happening, that's not normal. And in this case here, we have something that is normal and is expected, so we're using the simple present tense. All right, my grammar friends, I hope that helps to clarify things in your mind about this very important grammar point, and have fun studying grammar. I'll see you next time.